Saka is not world class. I hate to break it to you, but that's according to what everybody is saying, man, out there on social media. He is yet to be dubbed world class. And you know what? That's a conversation we need to have. We need to have a sit down. We all need to gather around this campfire and we need to have this conversation right now, right here and now. We need to have that soccer conversation because, especially after that performance today, I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that he's not yet being dubbed in the likes of the way people are dubbing Cole Palmer, the way people are dubbing Phil Foden, and rightfully so. Don't get me wrong. Phil Foden is a generational talent, in my opinion. Cole Palmer is also in that same elk, but Saka, for some reason, is not getting that level of respect. And I don't know what he has to do. I don't know what he has to change. And I think it just simply boils down to I'm not gonna go for the low hanging fruit. I think a lot of people wanna say it's a race thing. Let's just call it spade a spade. I think that's a low hanging fruit. That's what a lot of people will say. Oh, it's because he's black. Well, I mean, there's a lot of prominent people in this world that are black and are doing very well for themselves. And I'm not saying that isn't a factor and that couldn't also play a factor in everything, but around this part of the country and around this part of the world, speaking about my opinions and where I sit as we speak, I won't go for that route. But I do believe that it is a conversation we need to have. I do believe it's a conversation that is out there in the football universe and people are shying away from it. People are just definitively going straight to the fact that he is not world class. And I think I just want to let y'all know that you know what? I'm not even going to give my opinion. I want y'all to put it down in the comments what you think is Saka world class as we speak. And I'm not just basing it off of today's performance. God forbid we play Southampton every weekend, but I do think it's a conversation to have. Definitely are going to get into the game today. So Arsenal 3, Southampton 1. And you know what? Today game was a very interesting game. It was a game that I thought coming in that it would be a kick your feet up game. It will be a nice, relax Saturday day. You know, we just chilling. We just put 3, 4 past them, you know, first half preferably, and just cruise our way, focus on the international break, making sure players go, whoever is going, that they can go and come back healthy and we kick on from there. But Southampton definitely made it hard for us. Southampton definitely made it difficult at times. I think them getting the goal first kicked us up the backside, and thankfully so, you know. And then the true Arsenal came out. I mean, Arsenal of late, that is. No, we're playing Wooly Southampton, so Arsenal fans, calma, you know, calma. But it's a conversation that needs to be had, man. I think that this guy is showing levels. This guy is proven on a consistent basis that he can be consistent. And I think that in and itself shows that he has world class credentials. Now, I know that one of the key things that people are going to reach for, and I do think that is a knock on the team that a person plays for, not necessarily themselves, in terms of their ability to be dubbed world class is a trophy cabinet. And I think a prime example of this is Harry Kane. Harry Kane don't have no damn trophy. Let's be real. Harry Kane don't got no damn trophy. So what are we doing? What are we doing? You know, the guy is at you know what? I'm not even gonna put my comments on it. I want y'all to let me know down in the comments what y'all think is soccer world class. What are your credentials for world class, and who actually fits the world class bill? So y'all let me know down in the comments. But moving on to the next point that I wanted to cover is Havertz. If he stays healthy, is gonna go down as one of Arsenal best strikers of all time. I'm not saying he's going to be the best, but he definitely will go down as one of the best strikers of all time because the level of consistency that this man is showing, and it's not a purple patch consistency. This man has been showing a level of consistency that is almost going on for a year. And Listen, when I make statements or when I make a point, I know that there's a other side to that point, right? So someone can push back and say, "Hey, we've seen one season wonder." So that's the level of consistency that we're seeing from Havertz. He hasn't completed or done it for a full season now in terms of the numbers that he's putting up. But I'm telling you, something about him also, it's in the same realm as Saka in terms of, and y'all don't crucify me for this, but I'm just keeping it real. That's what I can do, and that's all I know how to do. Saka does not look pretty playing football per se, And I put Havertz in that same category. They're not the pretty players. They're not, they're gonna do pretty tricks and the Ronaldinho s and the Brazilian flair. Yeah, Saka's not gonna do the pretty tricks and the pretty flares and Joga Bonita, rainbows. He's just a simple player that do simple things consistently, and that is the same category as Havertz. That's what Havertz do. Havertz do simple things consistently, and he doesn't look pretty doing it at times, but at least he does simple things consistently, and that's all you can ask for a football player. I'm sure that's why Mikel Arteta falls in love with Havertz so much, and that's why Mikel Arteta almost rarely ever drop Saka because they do the simple things on a consistent basis and they don't deviate. So for that, man, I think if Havertz consistently do what he's been doing and he stays healthy, he's definitely going to go down as one of Arsenal's all-time leading striker, one of, let me put that disclaimer out there because, he has so many mountains to climb and you got to get that trophy cabinet up and a lot of things that needs to happen for him to be dubbed the best, but he definitely will be put in a list, a top 5 list for sure, if he stays healthy with Arsenal. Now, another thing I wanted to point out is Mikel Arteta on the job training is over. He's not learning on the job anymore, people. He is fully locked in and is a season pro now as we speak. Mikel Arteta is in a do or don't season. It's championship or bust, as we say here in America. So it's either he brings home one of the 4 trophies that we're up for, or you know, I'm not gonna say he gotta go, but it definitely there definitely needs to be some question. And of course, everything comes with context. If we ride everything out, to a final, you know, um, we miss out by another point again, getting pipped by City, and it has to be City. It can't be Liverpool or any other team. It has to be City. Um, then I can definitely hear the argument of him keeping his job, but he definitely, definitely, definitely has to bring home some silverware this year because I will say we have seen him transform this team and transform himself right in front of our eyes. The thing that I saw off note today that I've actually never seen from him was him being proactive instead of reactive. And that was one of the gripes that I had early on in his managerial career when he just started out, was that he was a little bit too reactive. And I think that comes with, inexperience, and that's fine. But now that we see that he has the experience, he has 2 years under his belt where he's fighting for the title, neck and neck with literally one of the greatest team, if not the greatest team of all time in Premier League history. And he's come up short, obviously, but that mental workout that he's done for 2 years now has, I think, finally clicked in. And now it's time for him to deliver a trophy for Arsenal. So I think his on the job training is completed. He is now a full-blown professional. Certifications already done signed off. He done went to residency. He's in there. He in there like swimmer. So hey, there needs to be a trophy this season. I can't go and end this video without saying shout out to Calafiore, man. Calafiore came through today. He had that one time he got skinned. Let's be real now. Let's keep it a buck now. Calafiore got skinned that one time. But listen, my man stood up though after that, kept it together. He had a really good game, man. And you know what? Long may it last, man. I really want this guy to succeed. I think he has the right mentality, you know. The only thing that scares me with him and Martinelli on that side, they can be two headless chicken on the same side. We one of them got to have like some be a little bit reserved, and then the other one can be like the headless chicken, quote unquote. But two of them on the same side, you know, like yeah, we just let's see how it is against a team of acumen, a bigger team per se. Quick recap. I want y'all to let me know down in the comments. Do you think Bukayo Saka is world class? And if he's not, who do you consider world class? Also, if Kai Havertz consistently keep up this performances that he's been doing and stay healthy, will he go into that top 5 list or a top 5 list? Of course, Arsenal or shoot, even Premier League. Hey, shoot for the stars. And also, do you think it's championship or bust for Mikel Arteta? Let me know your answers down in the comments. And until next time, ease on one.